Hey guys, Nemesis E here, bringing another Super Flat Water World, and well, today, I'm sorry. Sorry for last week, that I missed it. Well, because my usual record time is about after 2 a.m., so 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., if I survive, being awake and all that. But, yeah. Otherwise, I was in Reno, so went there for the day. By the time I got home, which was 4 a.m., I was dead tired. But, do got some stories. Last Wednesday, the last video that I recorded that Wednesday, that was a very interesting Wednesday. Real quick before we get into that story, I'll show you almost at the 4 million mark for Netherrack. So, and still more Netherrack to be digging out before I can start getting the TNT dupers going. But yeah, so that Wednesday was like any other Wednesday. Seemed normal. Basically, almost closing time. It was about 1 o'clock. And that's usually when the manager goes, "Hey, want to send the other guard home?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, there's a group of kids. Well, they're not really kids. There's 4 people in the back, 1 wristband, 3 not. May drink. That's not a big deal, but it's this guy right here in the dining room. He's having an argument. When I first seen him having his argument, it looked like he was arguing with his beer. Like, he was shoving it around, yelling at it, slamming it on the table, and like, is he really arguing with his beer? Is he that strange and that out of his mind? It's like, no. He finally picks the phone up to his ear. He's yelling at the phone, whoever's on the other end. It's like, okay, whatever. So the other guard doesn't go home because we're like, this guy, this is the one, and well, we're paying attention to him, and we have the punching bag, which like the guy from Bar Rescue says, get rid of those. They cause fights, lawsuits, they're a liability pretty much. We have one. Owner won't get rid of it, but he's scared of getting sued, so the reason why he won't get rid of it makes money. I know I've talked about it before, but this time, yeah, it was pretty much one of those things where, yeah, it needed to go. It should be gone, but this guy, he's been playing it off and on most of the night, so it's like, not a big deal. He's been drinking quite a bit, and so there's a group on the tables next to it, and it's 2 girls, 2 guys, and they're hitting it too. And he walks over and he decides to put some get some change on the change machine so he can put some quarters in to go hit it. And one of the girls is by it, and he's like, sitting there, we're watching him. It's like, is he motioning when I think he's motioning? Because basically he's looking like he's like, he's pointing to his chin, and he's pointing at her and pointing to his chin, and it's like, basically what I gather is, hey, hit me in the face, please. Just like, what? So he wants to get hit. And, I get a little closer, so I start to hear some of the conversation. One gal's like, oh yeah, I'll hit you. And so she sneaks by him and hits the bag instead. And it's like, no, I'm not really going to hit you. I'm just going to hit the bag. And so he walks up to the guys now, because the girls kind of retreat to the guys, like hoping that he would go away, that they would, kind of save the girls. And so they do that, and so the guy's all he's sitting there, he's talking, he's like, oh no, blah 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 blah. He's sitting there telling the basically getting the guy wanting to fight him. The guy's starting to get there, and we intervene, me and the other guard. It's like, no, you're done, step away. And so we start walking him away from the table, and he's still wanting to talk. It's like, no, you're moving now, start walking. And so this happens, you know, it starts moving and basically gets to the exit door on the other side of the building. And now he's trying to walk outside with the beer. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to leave. It's like, and he's like, no, you're not leaving with the beer. You're going to put that down and you're going to leave. No, 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 I'm going to leave with this. Da, da, da. You know, he's sitting there talking. And he says something like to the other guard, like, either I know where you live, I know what, you know, the white truck you drive, or he's telling me I drive a white truck and I live across the street, or you live across the street. You know, that part's not quite clear because he's not making too much sense right now because he's kind of, well, drunk. So he's sitting there, you know, we're watching him, and he basically starts arguing some more. He's like, no, I'm still taking this beer. It's like, no, you're going to be done with the beer in here in a minute. And I look at the other guard. I see his hand down, digging through his pocket, grabbing his pepper spray. I'm like, oh. And I look at him, I nod, I take 5 steps off to the side. My nephew was behind me, goes, ah! Runs away, because he's like, oh, because he's seen the can come out. Dude gets pepper sprayed right, you know, pretty much inside right at the back door. And pretty much takes all the fight out of him real quick. And basically, it's like, reach over, grab the beer from him, and the other guard grabs him and throws him down and basically drags him outside. It's like, we gave him the options, like, you're gonna set the beer down, you're gonna leave, or we're gonna call the cops and you're gonna leave in cuffs. And he was already bragging that he had a ankle bracelet and supposed 3-time felon, and you know, or 2-time felon, and his 3rd time's gonna send him away forever, and blah blah blah. It's like he didn't care. And it's like, all right, well, you picked a fight, and you picked a fight with the 2 biggest people in the building. Bad news for you. So get him outside, and sits there, and he finally, like, you know, the other guards basically got him pinned down. You're gonna listen to us now? You're gonna listen to us now? You're gonna leave? It's like, so he finally says yes and gets up, and he's basically, I don't know, I'd say about every 5-10 minutes, ah! Ah! He's screaming because he's been pepper sprayed. And he's running around, bouncing off cars, trying to call somebody on his phone, can't see his phone, drops his phone, takes his shirt off, tries wiping his face with his shirt, loses his shirt, loses his phone. You know, pretty much at this time we've already had 911 called, because while he was inside, he's like, I don't care, go ahead and call the cops. And that's pretty much when I stepped off the side, I'm like, hey, call the cops. And you know, after he got sprayed, or well, pretty much right when he got sprayed, I was like, all right. So I don't know, say about 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, cops show up. They were busy, and their systems were kind of down, so because they were pretty much out earlier. That's another story for here in a minute. But yeah, so he's at this point, he's stumbled around the parking lot quite a few times, bounced off cars, and gone to a field, and he's sitting in that. And we're keeping an eye on him for the cops because we wanted to make sure he was getting arrested. So, but come to find out, all he had a bunch of misdemeanors, which means no felon, means no 3-strike, 2-strike, means nothing. And ankle bracelet, I don't know if they actually said it was real or not, but yeah, he went away. He went to jail for the day. Guy calls up the next day. He's like, "Oh, you guys got my phone, and what happened?" And manager fills him in, and tells me, "You got a no trespass on you. Don't bother coming back unless you want to get arrested again." So, but yeah. So that's that one, and then prior, we're gonna go with the Monday. Monday we have a group of younger kids. That's a spoon. I don't know why I call it a spoon, but it's a shovel. They come in. They're sitting there, you know, they're annoying the bartenders, and it's like, hey, you know, how do you fix that? Ask them for their ID. What? See if they're 21. They can't be sitting at the bar if they're not 21. So, you know, they decide, well, are you 21? It's like, you guys can't be sitting at the bar. Come on, guys. You know, like, real soft, real timid. And one kid keeps... Basically, the third time, he sits down at the bar, and she's like, really? So I walk over, and I'm like, hey, if she's got to tell you again, you're leaving. And one of the guys at the, well, I'm going to call him a kid because he didn't want to show me his ID. He's like, well, I'll make sure I'll keep him away from the bar. It's like, well, how about you? You got an ID? Oh, I do, but I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to. So I'm going to step away from the bar. Yeah, you step away from the bar because I know you're not 21. So it's like, all right, get that settled on Monday. So Wednesday, they come in earlier than when the one guy happened. So basically, they do the same thing. They sit at the bar. And we're like, all right, we're slow. They ordered food. And the other guard's like, all right, well, if they don't step away from the, you know, bar when they get their food, then, yeah, I'm going to tell them to get away from the bar. It's like, all right. So they get their food, they start eating, and basically that's when he speaks up and like, hey, you guys need to step away from the bar. We already had this discussion Monday. So why are we going through this again? Well, you don't have to be so rude. You don't have to be a jackass. Why are you coming at me like that? It's like, he didn't, it's like, hey, I already warned you once, gave you the warning, didn't say anything rude, just said, hey, remember Monday? You know, we had this conversation once. Why do we have to have it again? And this dude is, I'd say about 6'6", 6'7", so he's about my height. But he's also, I'm gonna say probably easily 500 pounds. So he's a monster. But I think it's just all fat. Well, there's probably some muscle under there, but I mean, it's not like, oh my god, he's a bodybuilder. It's more like, you get a good chin check, and I think he'll go down, because that's what I really wanted to do. Cause I was hoping he would fight, because I got on his side, and I was hoping, because the way he was coming at the other guard, I was like, oh, please, please. And so he sits there and he's like, I don't care, go ahead and call the cops, blah, blah, blah. So he's sitting there, and, you know, we call the cops. And, so they come out and literally miss him by a minute. It's like, you little big whatever, you know, just, it's like, and that's when they tell us, hey, our systems are down, we're busy, pretty much we just clocked in, blah, 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 and then, you know, go through most of the night with nothing else, and then, you know, the end of the night was the first story, so, and then I had to fill in for Friday and Saturday last week, and pretty sure he drove by, the one guy, the big 600 or 500 pound dude, so, and it's like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's his truck. Drove by, see me through the door, and didn't want to step in. I was like, wanted to bust him so bad, but which, when the one guy was bouncing off the cars with the pepper spray, his friends were still outside at the time, so they were just outside talking this whole time for, I don't know, at least an hour at least, or better. And I think they realized that could have been their friend or them that got, you know, pepper sprayed, dragged out, and all that. So, and then, you know, they're running around like yakety sax type style. You know, it's like, oh, what's going on? They're in their cars because dude's bouncing off the cars and starts walking towards them, asking for help, and sit there and it's like, nope. They're like, well, we're just making sure he's not going to get ran over, and you know, get hurt or anything like that. It's like, no, how about you guys leave? It's like, well, who's going to watch him? It's like, no, we're going to watch him, and if he does get run over, maybe he deserves it. Maybe some other people deserve getting run over, too. Maybe get the hint. They all drive off. It's like, yeah. Punk little kids. And a dude that wanted to fight. So, but otherwise, it's pretty much about it for now. Oh, on those, I mean, these are quick stories. On the weekend that I had to fill in, there was one guy walked in all funny like. It's like, huh? He walked in like he had his left hand down his side, and he's got something under his shirt, and he's holding it up, make sure it doesn't fall out of his shirt. And I just broke my pick. And so I was sitting there watching him. He walks right down, pulls it out of underneath his shirt. I'm like, oh, it's a big bottle. And he fills a beer mug with, I don't know, I think it's some cheap whiskey or something like that. I'm not sure what the brand was. It's like a clear bottle with a orange label. And sitting there, it's like walk down. It's like, hey, you guys get to leave because of this. And I automatically grab the beer, all of it. I grab it all. You know, I'll sit there and it's like, and I'm like, yeah, you guys get, what? I don't get to, yeah, you can leave. Bringing in alcohol in here. His friend didn't want to argue. And he's like, oh, okay, we're leaving. And so I get to the bar. The gals at the time are all yammering. I'm like, hey, can you dump this? Something nerdy, whatever. So it's like, whatever. And he's like, oh, can I get that? What? No. I immediately grab it, go dump it in the trash. And I guess my nephew, he was looking at him right in his face, and he looked at me like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. That kind of look expression, you know. It's like, of course I'm going to do that. It's like, you just brought alcohol into my, you know, place. And, yeah, and then there was, no, I think that was all the same story, actually. I was thinking that it was a different person, but no, it was the same one, so, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty much been about it. You know, just the usual drinking without wristbands, drinking without IDs, nothing crazy. People just kind of like, oh, okay, you know, they don't talk back or do anything stupid, but, yeah. I think that's going to do it, guys. That way I can get this rendered and all that. So, but, yeah, let's, my stats out looking like, I know it didn't go up by much. Only like, no, it was almost 10,000. But, yeah. So, anyways, guys, hope you liked it. Hope you'll be back for another one. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, be safe out there, and see you in the next one. Bye, guys.